Do you see from the recording that I've just done here that Descartes unquestionably got it wrong? You know, his point, I think, therefore I am. I've got something certain. I do exist because I'm thinking. No. Computers can think much faster than we can, but they don't exist in the sense of being a person. They are a reactionary machine, which if you set in motion will do the following things, given it's set up the following way. And when you put in a command, it will respond in a certain way, predefined by the program, the software. It doesn't feel. It doesn't hope. It doesn't feel sadness. It's not anxious. It's not happy, delighted. In fact, it's a bit like the zombie meditative ideal of the Buddhist. He's not responding to fears and concerns about the past. He's just functioning according to the present. He's not a living soul, has ambition, desires that change with experience. Do you see? The computer doesn't have a heart. In short, he's not a person. He doesn't have values. And he certainly doesn't cope very well with uncertainty. Everything is certain, or it simply fails. Error. And things come to a standstill. Whereas the person is thinking, does it matter this error or not? Can I do it another way? Why do I always get an error there? Your response depends on your values and feelings, and they insist the mind searches for a solution, and the solution it gets, its thinking, I'm maintaining, comes from God's mind. In other words, God supplies the words and the expressions and the thoughts appropriate to your values and your feelings. Shunts it straight into the mind. This whole stream of words. How many words have I said in the last 3 minutes? Scarcely. No, I'm not thinking of the words that I'm choosing. Well, I do sometimes pause and hesitate, and I might say, I don't quite mean this. I think I mean so-and-so, or possibly such and such, rather. Do you see, I'm seeking from God's mind that which is appropriate to what we would say is my personality reacting to this perceived situation. So it's not that I'm blaming God for my thoughts. Don't go down that road. What I'm saying is that it simply provides accordingly to who I am. And the experience of what you then do determines whether you wish to remain as you are or adjust. So do you see, I'm seeing living as a constant stream of sensations from the phenomenal world, you know, time, space and matter, that come into the senses notify the mind, You won't like that. And the heart's responding because the heart reads what the mind's doing. Oh, such and such. Or, wonderful, my beloved's at the front door, And you call forth thoughts of motivation appropriate to who you are. I must go and let her in, give her a hug. Well, did you have a lovely day, sweetheart? It's so lovely to have you. I've got the kettle on. Shall we have a cup of tea? Do you see, God's giving me the thoughts appropriate to the stimulus that he's setting up all the time around me, whether it's a peaceful environment or, the house is burning down and, we must do the following, the alarm's ringing. Oh, no, it's not. It's just the alarm's been set off by whatever, So I see God as constantly showing us who we are, giving us certain external stimuli that come in through the senses. We call upon the solutions and even the words that we want from God, his mind. We experience the consequence, and from the consequence we review and adjust how we feel, whether we like that outcome, whether that was what we value after all, or is it pointless, keep buying a new car every year, supposing you're in that sort of income bracket. Do you see? And so he nurtures us into adulthood. You could say nature does, Mother Nature does. He uses the stimulus of the environment to give us practice at being exactly as we are and seeing the consequences and adjusting accordingly. Are you coming tonight? No, I don't really get much out of it. I don't think I will, if you don't mind. But I'll come next week because I know you like me coming with you. So, yeah, is that all right? Not really. Oh, come on then, we'll go together. Do you see? And now I go along and I find this really doesn't. Could we do so and so on a Thursday night instead? I actually prefer that. Oh yeah, I don't mind doing that. Yes, okay, love. And you're finding out all the time the reality of what you are and the way you wish to go. And he supplies that opportunity so often, or he supplies some other lesson that he thinks you need first. You see? I think that's what I'm getting at. But an important thing from the previous recordings, no, I'm not the mind. The mind is simply my bureaucracy and contact Wi-Fi system to God. Do you see? It's the channel. I am the heart. The heart in the sense of what I feel, what I value. And that is what's driving what this body does. And it's driving it with the help and the executive abilities of the mind to carry out the desires of the heart. So when I speak, he's selected these thoughts from God according to who he is, and these words reveal, all the time reveal to a sensitive listener who you are. But more importantly, directs how you behave and react to circumstances that God sets up, and you learn from the outcome of such and adjust who you are, your values and desires and goals and hopes accordingly. Wow. Thank you, Dad.